Reed hurts. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like today isn't going to be a typical Monday in this way. Yeah. Not that it is already because they got crushed.
Right.
And that is,
no, I think you're right. I mean,
as much
time. As I just dove right in when you opened the door on some of the tactical decisions from yesterday's game. I think the bigger issue that I would expect fans to be ready to talk about is, what does it mean that Brandon Beane was ready to part with? Well, apparently not a 2026 first round pick, but a 2027 first round pick to try to get Jalen Waddle. How much of an admission of surrender is that? I wondered late in the week. I was not nervous about this game at all. Obviously, I was wrong to not be nervous about it. But one thing I did wonder is how I felt hearing what I was hearing on Tuesday leading up to the deadline about how active, like what where they were active in the trade market, which seemed almost exclusively receiver from what I was hearing. And then this Waddle story comes Sunday morning, and what does Josh Allen think of all of that? What do the not even the receivers on the team, because I imagine how the receivers on the team feel like, okay, I'm not good enough, but everyone, we were looking for a player of that caliber and didn't pull it off, and you end up feeling like you lost something even though you never even had it. That's how I feel about that story, and I feel the same about any other receiver they were talking about getting, because you're telling your team, we need help here. I'm not looking for a role player. I'm not looking for Rashid Shaheed. I'm looking for a number one wide receiver who I've spent 16 or 18 months telling you I don't need. That's what I'm out here shopping for. And then you don't get it. I think that has a negative effect. I mean, I don't want to get too far into everybody's heads here because I don't know what everybody's thinking. But to me, it's not far-fetched to think that was a big letdown to the team.
Well,